Coming up on this week's brand new web TV, I'll be getting excited about the latest 300 brake horsepower Audi S4 Avant. New presenter Graham will be getting excited about a lot of classic cars.
Wicked. My next car.
And we'll be bringing you all the latest news from the world of motoring. Welcome to the very first edition of Fifth Gear Web TV, an extra serving of automotive telly just for the internet, where we'll be bringing you road tests, news, reviews and all the other stories that we can't quite fit into the main show. This week we've got the brand new Audi S4 Avant. I'll be testing this in a couple of minutes, but first, the news. Now, since Fifth Gear has been off air, the credit crunch has hit the motor industry very hard. Some of the biggest car manufacturers are finding themselves in the financial fudge. But one manufacturer without a sweaty brow is Rolls-Royce. Its Sussex hometown seems to be immune from the economic downturn. The luxury barge maker has plans to take on another 150 staff to help make the new baby the Ghost. I do like a good news story. Something a lot quicker is this toughened up version of Volkswagen's gorgeous Scirocco. Called the Scirocco R, engine tweaks means it's got 64 more horses. It's got a new rear spoiler, front bumper and sits on 19-inch alloys. And we'll be driving it as soon as it hits the UK shores later on in the year. And finally, Jaguar has released these teasing shots of the new XJ. The Super Saloon will be given the profile of a four-door coupe, unlike its three-box design predecessor. A panoramic glass roof and a choice of wheelbase sizes will be available. Jaguar plan to reveal the car in full on July the 9th. We have a brand new presenter for our brand new Fifth Gear Web TV. His name is Graham, and we sent him along to one of this year's biggest events, the Tatton Park Classic Car Show. Here's how he got on.
Classic car shows are one of the best ways to indulge your love of cars without feeling weird, because everybody here shares the same love. This Tatton Park show is one of the biggest of the year, with over 2,000 cars. Last month, a 1957 Ferrari 250 Testarossa set a new world record for a car that sold at auction at €9 million. Obviously, there's still a lot of money to be made in old cars, but I want to find something affordable that you can buy now and make profit out of later. MGF? No. I was just going to show everyone this XJ6, which is up for $995, because I thought that'd be a safe place to put your cash. But this bloke's just bought it. Alan, nice to meet you.
Hi.
So what are you going to do? Keep it for a year or two, or just...
Just titillate it up, got a couple of things to do on it, and keep it, yeah? It can't go down, can it?
No, it can't go down. But I mean, do you think if you kept it for 4 or 5 years, tidied it up a little bit for minimal money, you'd make a bit of profit?
I would not be losing money, and I'd probably make more than I was getting in the bank.
I've just seen this Mercedes 300e for sale amongst all the immaculate examples at the Mercedes Owner Club. And it looks like a car that's worth 750 quid, but they're holding it in just as high regard as all the genuine classics. Bloke's number's on the window. I'm going to ring him. Right, so track down Phil, the owner. Nice to meet you, Phil. Graham. So I understand it's for sale.
It is.
How much is it for sale at now?
Approximately £1,300.
1,300 quid. Okay, and when did you buy it?
I bought it 5.5 years ago.
And how much for then?
2,500.
So you've lost £1,200 in it recently?
Yeah.
And obviously you remember the Owners Club, that's right?
Yes.
How do the other owners see your car? Do they see this in the same light?
Yeah, still appreciate it. It doesn't matter what condition it is or what model it is, it's a Mercedes.
So it's considered as a classic Mercedes right now?
Yeah.
Where would your money be as a Mercedes Owners Club member in trying to kind of buy a car now and make a bit of profit in the future out of Merc? What would be the best one to go for this day?
Possibly the two-door coupe version of this, and also the Mercedes estate cars. Them two models would be the ones to go for.
I've stumbled across something with a great deal of potential, a Volvo 740, and here's its owner, Douglas.
Hi.
I want you to tell me how much you paid for it.
All of 950 quid.
£950. When was that?
It's about 18 months, getting on towards 2 years ago actually.
I've just noticed a trophy on your dashboard. What's that for?
Well, it actually won a prize here last year. It came in first in its category, as you can see.
Best luxury saloon. So in a way, it's already getting recognition as a genuine classic car.
Strangely, yes.
Would you say this is a good investment for people who want to try and make a few quid out of old cars?
It might be very long term, I imagine.
5 years?
Could be.
I think it's got good potential to be a future earner out of the classic cars.
Fantastic. We're going to make some money.
We're going to make some money. I think today has been a success. I might not have found a guaranteed future money spinner, but I think there are plenty of cars here that are quite modern, quite cheap, and approaching genuine classic car status, like the Volvo 740, the Jaguar, the Mercedes 300e. They're all available for about £1,000, but are already being embraced by classic car shows like this. My money is on one of those right now. What I'm going to do is go to the cash point, get out £1,500 and try and persuade that bloke with the 740 to let me have it. I think I'll be onto a winner.
Right, now to a car that is available in showrooms now. It is the Audi S4 Avant. It's a 3-litre supercharged estate car that's as quick as a Porsche Cayman S, and it's all yours for £36,000. Under that bonnet is an all-new V6 engine that's smaller and a little less powerful than the V8 it replaces. But it is 40% more economical, which is great news for your wallet, but only if you drive in silk slippers. I don't. And my fuel economy average has turned out to be a rather unimpressive 20 mpg. Oh well. The good news is though that this car is phenomenally quick. 62 miles an hour comes in 5.4 seconds and it goes on to 155 miles an hour thanks in part to a 328 bhp engine. It also has a fabulous 7-speed automatic gearbox which gives the sweetest and smoothest changes whether you're using these paddle shifts behind the steering wheel or you leave it in fully automatic mode. Each downshift is accompanied by a fruity little noise as well, which goes some way to make up for the rather disappointing engine note. The S4 has the Quattro permanent 4-wheel drive chassis as standard, but for an extra £1,300 you can upgrade its Pritt stick grippiness to super glue status with something called Drive Select. Its technology allows you to alter the steering, the suspension and the throttle response from comfortable and relaxed to dynamic and I'm in a hurry. Drive Select also affects the new sports differential that's fitted to this car that not only transfers torque between the front and rear axles to counter any loss of traction, but also between the rear tyres. In effect, when you go around a corner, it basically gives an extra shot of power to the outer rear tyre, pushing you on and out of the corner and makes you feel very safe. The S4 oozes quality. Its perfectly proportioned sports seats are wrapped in leather that's so lovely I want to wear it. And then there are the terrifically designed buttons and switchgear and dials. The trouble is though, there are just too many of them. This is a very busy dashboard that distracts you quite easily. And the controls for the multimedia interface are not the most intuitive. 4 adults and their luggage will be generously welcomed on board. There are enough cubby holes and storage spaces for a journey's paraphernalia, and I particularly like these straps in the boot, which will secure any amount of shopping bags that you just happen to pick up along the way. Its main rival is a BMW 335i Touring, which is much more rewarding to drive. If the S4 handled and sounded as well as it went in a straight line, it would be fantastic. As it is, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. That's it for this week's Web TV. I'll be back in a fortnight. In the meantime, don't forget to watch Fifth Gear on Monday nights at 8 o'clock on 5.